All right, who's down with LME? You know we are. ESPN soccer analyst Miguel Echegaray is with us this morning. Premier League matches happening tomorrow, Miguel. And we've got Arsenal facing Crystal Palace. Arsenal's title hopes resting on a win, to be sure. I know you have a personal interest in that. We're currently in the transfer window for Premier League clubs. They can strengthen their squads. What's Arsenal's biggest need?
Their biggest need has to do with a few things. Number one, a lot of the Premier League teams specifically hunting for the title and Champions League spot are missing players through injury, etc. Arsenal are no different. So they need a left back, some support at that midfield because Thomas Partey is injured. But let me tell you something. If they want to win this title, if they want to win the Champions League, they need a top striker, a goal scorer. I know that financially it's tough, but my ideal dream scenario for Arsenal would be two choices. Number one, it's the return of Ivan Toney. After 8 months suspended due to breaching betting legal rules in the Premier League, he is back for Brentford. This is a killer of a striker, my friend. He scored 20 goals last season, 32 goals in all appearances in the Premier League, and he is a beast. The question is, can they afford it? The second option, which is even less realistic, is Karim Benzema, who apparently, reportedly, due to Julius Laurence, reportedly he wants to leave Al Ittihad. He wants to leave Saudi Arabia. He's not having a good time. And guess what? I know that he's 36, but we know what this man can do. Can Arsenal do something to get him on loan? The problem will be his massive contract wage demands. But I'll re-emphasize this one, okay? Arsenal, if you want to win the Premier League, you need to score goals because they score the least amount of goals out of the top 5 teams in the Premier League.
The Benzema contract with Saudi Arabia, go ahead and search it. Look up the details. It is historic. Meanwhile, PSG's Kylian Mbappe made headlines earlier this week. This is his interview with British GQ. He said, quote, and it's a lengthy one, but we want to make sure we get it right. We're getting closer to the NBA model with seasons of 70 games. Personally, I'm not against playing that many matches, but we won't be able to be good every time and give the public the spectacle they expect. I don't want to preach, but we need to think together about how to offer the best possible solution so that players, spectators, and football's governing bodies can embrace all of it. Now, what do you make of Mbappe's comments there?
Randy, he doesn't want to preach? Preach, Kylian Mbappe. Preach. I agree with this aggressively. I have talked about it, written about it in my weekly column over and over again. Okay? The overwhelming amount of matches that professional soccer players, especially those in European top markets, have to play is unbelievable. Never mind the domestic competitions, but you're talking about the Champions League, Europa League, then international tournaments. Literally, Africa Cup of Nations is going on right now. Mohamed Salah got injured off last night. So Mbappe is straight up correct. Now, I like the fact that he uses the NBA comparison because there's a lot of games being played, but NBA players get even more resting time and they track minutes. Premier League players don't get that commodity. So preach, Mbappe, preach. Less matches, more quality, not enough focus on quantity. I don't care about that.
Miguel Echegaray making us smarter, preaching on SportsCenter.